Yo, back with another video, right? This is basically I'm not say extension, but like episode 2, probably like that. And I'm trying to make these videos in portrait mode, or I would say as I call this podcast mode, where it's basically in a post in like audio format where you can hear stuff and you can understand stuff. You don't have to need natural like watch my video or watch my face. You can do it while keeping a phone on and like putting me on the phone, or putting like a split screen where you keep my tab on the side like it's in a vertical format, and you can do your rest of your work on the other one. But anyways, too much of yapping, let's talk about it. Today's topic is education is better than censorship. Education, I don't necessarily mean oh you get a PhD degree or you get a normal whatever degree, BCom, bachelor's, master's, diplomatic degree, whatever, diploma degree, whatever you want to get it. My point is getting educated in the sense of getting to know the ways of life. Yes, generations have changed, generations have gone on. This is currently Generation Alpha, the current younger generation, like the generation below me. I'm 25, so like the early teens, they are the Generation Alpha. I'm probably like the second or last batch from my generation, the generation what you call Gen Z, basically. So recently, the last video didn't get good reception, and obviously, there will be backlash when there are forces going against people. The one of the comments that was that you look like confused Gen Z. Maybe I am. Maybe I don't understand the agenda. Maybe I don't understand what she was going for. So, as I've collected more information on Sudhamurti is an individual parliament member. So, she's not affiliated to any organization, and as I could find, there was no like linked NDA with her with any of the parties. So, I think she's not related to a BJP, Congress, or any of those parties. Like, she's an independent member. A lot of people are independent members, right? A lot of them are like solo going through, especially with her political connections, her son-in-law being ex-prime minister of United Kingdom, and what's her husband, like Narayan Murthy, also being Infosys organization member. Like, I think he's the board member. He's not the owner, solo owner anymore. And she being I think she's the owner, or not owner, but like the founder of Infosys Foundation as well. Like there's some children organization. Okay, maybe she is caring about children, but I think the main point that I said yesterday as well, and I'm saying to today, like my today's topic is education is better than censorship. See, you can censor, you have banned porn. Okay, good. But the many people are like poached into porn industry, sometimes through illegal means as well, sometimes through blackmail and other stuff like that. Yeah, true, there are bad sides to every kind of industry, but my point is, like, there are certain things you can ban. There's like such as, like, I would say, like, I go against drugs, smoking, and child pornography, obviously, like other mediums content as well, like have I like what she said. I understand when you are using your child who is not consented for the content that you're producing, and you're contenting malicious content. Like, for example, you're doing house blogging, and I've seen a lot of videos making exposed videos of these so-called family vloggers who are like intentionally slapping their children and then saying, "Oh my God, he got hurt outside," and then they're blogging that part. But like they are actually physically hurting the child just to get content out of it, and I think that's kind of shitty. Like that's kind of like universal. Like if something is bad, it's not about censorship. It's like as a society we collectively should boycott these kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't watch these kind of people who are like intentionally hurting their children just to get content out of it. I think that should be a social move. That's not should be considered as censorship. Yeah, you could report this kind of stuff to the authorities or to the whatever legal ways you can do, and like get the video taken down and do legal action against these kind of people. There should be that. Like when you say censorship can be used in multiple negative ways. Could be used in like they could twist and turn these laws. Like when you push a censorship law, it get complicated of what will go inside this, what will go inside, and a lot of these big people. When I say big people, they're not only politicians; they are like big businessmen. You understand what I'm saying? Like not exactly mafia, but like those kind of people, right? That are into politics as well. But yeah, so when you put censorship, there are loopholes for certain peoples, whereas the normal people or the normal citizen go through hell because like you've seen today's like day how everybody's like filing FR against each other. There was a FR when like Aryan Khan flipped his finger in a hotel in Bangalore and someone filed an FR against him. But like in Mumbai, there's this kid who had like who was 17 and driving a car who was a builder's son, and he killed a couple and nobody's talking about it anymore. Like, do you understand? Like, when you have power and like when you have the correct religion and the power in a particular country, you can control literally anything. And this is the thing, like when these laws are made, these laws are abused by these kind of big people who like don't like just harass other people, like smaller people in the ladder. You know what I'm saying? Like there's ladder. So this is the reason I am against censorship, and I'm more towards pro education, like educating people. Education can be guidance, education can be real life experience, education can be through material reading, right? There's physical encounter physically, and then you learn from their mistakes, like physical encounter. There's theoretical knowledge, and there is obviously guidance where other people share their experiences, like okay, I did this, I had that in my era. Maybe like things have changed, but like there's a core concept that still remains. Like humans are still the same. Yes, we have gone more complex in our feelings, and there's more mental issues, more things that could be solved through methodologies, through certain guidance, through certain trainings, through certain various ways. Okay, like the basic taboo for psychology and this guidance has been like, oh, if you're ill, then you're going to a psychologist or you're going to a guidance counselor because you're not perfect, you're not capable enough. But that's not true. Anybody can go to a psychologist, anybody can go to a guidance counselor, especially in this competitive environment. You know what I'm saying? So these are some of the forms of, I would say, education or some kind of like guidelines where you can actually like improve yourself and work yourself out through certain tough times or certain stuff that you are like, maybe this is right or wrong. But I think putting censorship kind of puts us in a very bad spot where people in power abuse these kind of censorships, whereas we as the general public cannot even breathe, basically, like talk or like give opinions about ourselves. That's the main thing I do dislike about censorship, especially the slur censorship, cursing censorship, like, and like these kind of like what's it called, affiliation censorship. Like you know how the tough things are in Japan, right? Japan has the worst censorship laws, where even if you talk about a particular person and if the particular person has done the crime, he can still file a lawsuit of defamation, irrespective of if he's a criminal or not. This could be India now as well, like based on how much censorship has been pushed and how much our voices have been suppressed. So my war is not against Sudhamurti or her protecting children. Like my war is against censorship, and more towards like my motto is giving everybody the right education. If they are getting young, if they are getting of that age, they should have sex education. Like they should be taught the no-nos and like do nots of the things, right? You know what I'm saying? There should be proper like this identity counseling, like where like people how pronouns are used and all these kind of stuff. Like there should be a lot of implementation or focus on educating people rather than censoring. Oh, you can like just slapping a ban on like you cannot do this, you're not going to do that. You have to explain people why you cannot do this, what are the consequences. You have to educate people more instead of censoring them and telling them what they cannot do and cannot do. Like you have to give reason. People are hungry for knowledge. If you don't tell them what is what and what is what because of what, people will start like getting frustrated, they get anger. And India is not in a very good geopolitical state that it can handle this kind of anger, because a lot of foreign forces are using these negative emotions in India to stir up riots, to stir up these terrorist attacks and all the kind of bullshit that's happening in India right now. Politics is playing a very big part in creating these terrorists. Like I'm not saying they're directly funding the terrorists, but like these these politicians are using this language war, this religion war, this region war, and this is creating a very like unstable environment in India. So my main motto is creating information and education instead of censorship or these kind of boundaries that hinders imagination or education. Anyways, thank you all for watching this video, and as I've said before, I have no personal fight with Sudhamurti, and I've said I'm not against nepotism. If the product of nepotism is actually good enough, I'll accept it. See, I know in modern era this nepotism has been taken in a very negative connotation, especially after what's his name, Sushant Singh Rajput's death. But all nepotisms, product nepotism, are not bad. Sometimes the successor actually succeeds the predecessor, or even make things better rather than making worse than his predecessor. So succession of a particular person is not always bad or not always like good. You have to judge people based on their abilities and not based on where they come from. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Hope you will find this video informative, and if you like, press the like button, share with your friends and family, and hit the bell notification, get notified whenever I drop a video. And I have a donation link, like my normal UPI link, and also my buy me a coffee. It is for, because like I'm sponsored by the public, I'm not taking any sponsorship deals, I'm not taking any marketing agency deals. I just do what I like to do, and with your support I do that. So if you want to support me, if you support my cause, a like is also good, watching the video is also good. But if you can't support me, you can support me through monetary means, which is available if you wish like. Anyways, take care, stay safe, and peace out. Jai Hind.